Friends, as we end this month and start anew, I just wanted to share a thought with those of you who are leaving active duty from the military or those of you who are just making a transition in your career or at least considering it. When you're leaving the service, you know a particular job, you know a particular thing. And I would dare say that it was a long time ago that you likely considered whether you loved your job. You've probably been doing it for quite a while, and it's just part of your identity. You go from organization to organization, assignment to assignment, and you just kind of do what you do. But when was the last time that you asked yourself, does this make me happy? I know, for the military people who are watching this, happy is not really a question we ask ourselves, is it? But you should, especially in transition. When you leave the military, I just want you to ask yourself, does what I did make me happy? If it did, then go on. Go do your job in the civilian world and be happy. That's awesome. But if you didn't, then it's time to think about what will make you happy. So let me tell you a story. When I was leaving the service 4 years ago, I was invited to join a couple of organizations doing what I do, which at the time was public affairs. So public affairs is a really wide field with a series of, kind of siloed specialties. And after thinking deeply about all of those silos, I figured out that the thing that made me most happy throughout my 30-year career was a very thin slice of it. Being a broadcaster. It was what I started in the military doing. It's what I loved to do. And there just were a lot of parts of public affairs that I didn't want to do anymore. And that was okay. And so I focused the rest of my transition into civilian life on finding employment in the broadcast world and beginning to create a portfolio of work that would lead me to opportunities. When I left the service, I got the chance to work at a radio station, and I took it, playing the greatest music of the 80s and 90s. Eagle Online Radio, by the way. Bottom line is, I started doing that, and I loved it. I started doing radio, podcasts, videos, and it really fulfilled me. And in addition, I decided to help others in their transition figure out how to use LinkedIn, for the most part, to fulfill their digital networking goals, to grow, and to be successful in their transition. That became both a mission and a job for me as well, as I started a small company doing that. It's been very successful. But I couldn't have done any of those things if I hadn't asked myself, what's going to make me happy? And so in transition and in conclusion, I just want you to ask yourself, what will make me happy? If it's what you do and you're in transition, then go do that thing. But if that job you didn't fulfill you, I just want you to know that it's okay to go find something else to do. Assuming you can deal with your finances, then go do what you want to do. There's nothing worse than leaving the service after however many years you were in and doing something you hate. That sucks. And so I encourage you, if you're leaving the military and tomorrow happens to be the first day of the rest of your life, ask yourself, am I going to do something I love, or am I going to do something that I just did because I did? I hope you choose to do something you love.